So the ratings are in for the Craig Carton Show, and the Craig Carton Show ratings are not that good. Now, if you've been subscribed to my channel, a couple of weeks back, I uploaded a video talking about the new Fox Sports 1 lineup. I talked about and went into full details of a lot of faces going to new different places, a lot of shows changing their time slot, as well as a couple of departures from these shows. And I also talked about the Craig Carton Show. I wasn't a huge fan of the Craig Carton Show. I also felt like out of all these shows, this was not going to be one of my favorites. Now, bear with your brother. I'm going through struggle flu season, so just bear with my voice, and we're going to get into this video. So, the Craig Carton Show ratings were in, and they're not that good. All right. Now, I told you guys and explained to you guys a couple of weeks back, the Craig Carton Show, this new leadership over there at Fox Sports 1, they were sort of grandfathered in on already established shows such as The Herd Show, Undisputed, Speak for Yourself, First Things First. Those shows are established. They have a robust fan base. And those shows were created from the old leadership group over there at Fox Sports 1. The Craig Carton Show is a show that the new leadership group wants to establish on their lineup. Now, the Craig Carton Show, from my impressions and from what I gathered, that this was going to be more of a show that's going to be a combination of a sports talk radio show where it will premiere on Fox Sports 1 radio as well as FS1. Now, after watching a couple of shows, they have a studio and they have guests, but this show is sort of somewhat in the middle. It's somewhat in the gray atmosphere. It's not too colorful and it's not too bright. It's just in between. And a lot of people are not happy with this show. Now, a lot of people are using this built-in excuse of, since the show premieres so early, which, by the way, it took over the same time slot as First Things First. First Things First did pretty well in that time slot, by the way. But a lot of people are using the excuse of, well, the fans of the Carton Show are DVRing this show, and they're watching it at a later time and at a later date, okay? We can all gravitate to that excuse. I told you guys that being the first show on the Fox Sports 1 lineup was not going to be very beneficial to this show. But at the same time, it really doesn't explain the ratings, why they're so low, because it's really the only show. They really don't have any competition like Greenie Show or Get Up or First Take or Undisputed. It's in a time slot where a lot of people are getting ready to go to work or having breakfast. It could be a show where, at that time slot, you never know. The ratings could be through the roof, or the ratings could be in the trash heap, which is what the Carton Show is struggling with. I feel like since they haven't established an identity to the Carton Show, a lot of people are held back to this show. They're not, they don't know what you're going to get out of this show. And maybe after they watch maybe one episode, they wasn't too impressed nor happy with it. I do feel like the Carton Show can come off a bit dry. It's not too funny, and it's not too serious, and it is struggling on an identity, which I'm pretty sure as it goes on, it will find its fan base and its identity. Another thing that why I feel like this show is struggling, Carson needs a host he can bounce back and forth off of. When they agree, when they disagree. Not saying they should be in a debate, but someone that can, make the show better and make Craig Carton better, okay? I feel like they just need someone there to do that. Now, like I said about the Craig Carton Show, I wasn't too happy with this show. When I went into my overall discussion and opinion on the Craig Carton Show, as well as Undisputed, The Herd, Speak for Yourself, now it's called Speak, and First Things First, I feel like with this new fall lineup, the more established shows have gotten better. I don't know about First Things First ratings, but I'm pretty sure they're doing average ratings, or they're doing pretty much the same ratings they were doing in the morning time. So we can't just use the morning excuse as, well, their fan base is really not up at that time and they're DVRing the show. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said in my previous video a couple of weeks back, I wasn't too impressed with the Craig Carton Show. And this show is going to be pushed by the new leadership and the new figureheads over there at Fox Sports 1. So, yeah, that's all I got for this. I'm not saying that the Craig Carton Show is going to flop. I'm not going to say it's not going to survive after one season, but I do feel like the struggle is going to be real with this show. Guys, tell me what you think. Hit me up in the comments section. Have you even watched one episode of the Carton Show? If you have, comment down below. Tell me what you thought about it. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.